These were the ones that went back, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if Nick is online or not. He is not responding. Oh, we got another iPhone. You're still muted. Can you?
I'm here.
Oh, you're here? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you can hear me. Yep.
Alright. Alright. So,
Are we on?
Yep.
Okay. All right, I'll call the St. John Board of Waterworks meeting for December 21st to order. Please take roll.
Nick Furtek,
Here.
Bill Menisopoulos,
Present.
Ken Gambala,
Present.
Wayne Pondinas,
Present.
Chris Salatis.
Present.
Just as a reminder, all votes will have to be the roll call vote tonight because
Because one's not here.
Yep.
Right. Okay, first of all, we have the meeting minutes for November 16th. Are there any corrections or additions to the minutes as posted? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Like make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Is there a
I'll second that.
Did he second it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll second that.
All right, roll call vote, please.
Nick Furtek,
Present.
aye or nay.
No, aye.
Bill Menisopoulos,
Aye.
Ken Gambala.
Aye. Motion carried. Okay, under our agenda for tonight, we have first of all, on old business, the old or new, but the well 9 we've discussed for a while. You want to talk a little bit about where we're at on this?
Yeah, so Peerless Midwest has provided an updated quote in order to start moving forward on well 9. You can see here it pretty much increased by about $15,000 from when they first quoted it, which was back, it's almost been a year now, so not completely surprising. The new price is $145,000 and some change. I would be hesitant to approve the entire quote, or at least to only authorize probably phase 1. We do need to get started on it, but the town does not currently own the land that the well will sit on. Given the cost of the entire proposal, I think phase 1 is safe to move forward on since it's less than $8,000. But phase 2, which entails drilling the well that will, the 16-inch well that will eventually be our producing well, is about $10,000 or $100,000. I'd say we hold off on that until we have the land, the deed in our possession. But that's.
We got an idea of when?
It was supposed to be in October. So the land in question was part of the settlement agreement, and the developer is currently going through the platting process for the subdivision in the Plan Commission. So I imagine once it's platted, he will be able to then turn over the land to the town. So ideally, we should have a better idea by the end of January,
Yeah,
which shouldn't hold us up too terribly much as far as
that
this
was
quote
one of my
goes.
2 questions about it, was it, what's our, the chances that we don't get it? I mean, is there any chances that we spent $8,000 and this still falls
You can't say
through with the
100%
developer?
sure that we're going to end up with this land, I think is what Ken's trying to say.
Yeah, I would not put it at 100% myself, but I would definitely put it at a very high percent we get this land. The developer, as we're developing in the community, we need water. I think they understand that we need water, and regardless of how some of the other items in the settlement agreement goes, the developers are going to want to continue to put in houses, and we need to supply them with water.
Yeah, and then the first question, I guess, is with the survey part, the well survey, and what they have to do, and I assume they have permission to enter the land, the developer doesn't own it yet.
The developer does own the land. Like I said, he's going through the platting process now in the plan commission, so he's already had zoning approval. He has possession, and I believe it's my understanding that he's given us permission to do what we need to make sure that the site's being adequately prepared for a well. He understands that's going to be a well. The plat that he submitted to the plan commission shows where the well will be. So there's really not, I think, a big question on that.
Yeah, they drilled it one time already, and then we held back on it, so now they have to come in with a
Yeah, I thought we
16-inch
did.
well and drill directly where they drilled before, so we don't lose any well. If we go 10 foot one way, we might come up with a different outcome. I think we're getting 1,200 gallons a minute on that, but it should be a good well.
And we
Yeah,
also,
I think in February, we might get the Mylars and all that might get signed, and we might get able to have possession of it, and then we can continue on with the drilling.
Yeah, there was an experimental well, wasn't there?
Well, that's, you can go once with what you would say experimental, or you can go full bore with the 16-inch, but you see what the 16-inch will cost, $145. To do the first drill, I think is about $8,000.
Yeah, because before we were drilling
Yeah, that's
full-size
a
well,
chance that you take.
found out we had bad water,
Yeah.
so then we went to almost residential size diameter to find out whether the water's any good.
Yeah, you go maybe 4-inch,
Right.
and then you find out if you got a good well or not.
All right, so probably, most likely, it will be ours, and the other thing is that apparently we're able to enter the land
yeah.
to do this, okay.
Like, once we approve this, how long is it before they get the permit to construct the well and renew the site survey?
Don't have that timeline. I don't think they provided that.
What I'm saying is if that's not gonna come along till the end of January,
Yeah, how long is phase one taking? Did they say? I mean, this isn't their first time out there.
In this letter, it says it could take up to a month to 2 months.
so even if we approve it now, we
Good.
should have, by the time, even if we don't approve it now, I should say, by the time it takes them to do it and we have our next meeting, technically, we should have the property, if everything goes well, we should have the property in our possession.
All things remaining constant, everything going well,
So
ideally we should.
So it's not a big deal if we just table it for the next one and then wait to see if we have the property?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's certainly within the purview, and I think out of a extreme exercise of caution, it
Yeah. All right. Ken, you want to hold it off until then?
Yeah, with the table, and I guess.
Yeah, we can table it till the next one.
Sounds good to me.
Wayne, we were talking about the money situation, or would we be able to move ahead with the 8,000 at this time, or should we table it?
You could probably go ahead with that part of it, the 8,000. But if you guys feel comfortable, you want to wait,
I'm saying if the permit takes 2 months, 1 to 2 months, what are we paying for until we know that we have that property, like Chris said? He said he's not 100% sure.
right? I think it's going to happen, but like
I'm
Chris
just saying we've
said,
seen some crazy stuff happen with,
Right.
settlements. and
crazy
settlement
things can happen.
agreements.
I hate to commit to a 100%.
What's in the
Right.
back of my mind, what goes on down there, another lawsuit gets generated for some reason at the plan commission level or something.
And then we just did it for nothing, and we got to do it again in a year when.
well, you
goes
could
through.
defer it till next meeting and then see what progress is done
Yeah.
with building and planning, and I think you'll get a better picture, because they just picked up that property in the middle of October, I think.
Okay.
So they do have it, and it shouldn't take long after that.
And they are set so the property that this well is on for the primary plat is set for public hearing in the plan commission on the 5th.
Okay.
So by your next meeting, which will be after the 5th, we'll at
should
least
know.
know whether or not the plan commission deferred, approved, or denied.
Got it.
And we can kind of adjust accordingly.
That's
Sounds
the
good.
Primary plat stage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, just, I
Table
don't
to the
even know
next
if we
one.
need a motion, we just
We need a motion to table that.
Yeah, I would take a motion to table.
I'd like to make a motion to table this to our next meeting.
Second,
I'll second that.
Nick Furtek,
roll.
Here.
aye or nay.
Oh, aye.
Bill Menesopoulos,
Aye.
Ken Gambala.
Aye. All right, this is tabled, please keep it on the agenda.
We will.
All right, any other old business? Town manager, town council, anything? Jason? Nothing?
SCADA system's in the same state as it was when we seen it, except that they've been monitoring more. And I think that, Haas Associates, they're working on, water mains to be replaced. That's been in the works. So they'll come up with that. Hopefully next month we'll have the addresses and, the streets and everything. Probably Alcott, Northcott, some of the courts off of, 97 court. And that they're working on the water main project for 41 and some other things. And we probably will have a meeting in January with them to discuss how they're going to progress with that and set it up for bids for construction.
And SCADA, since our last meeting with them?
It's about in the same, it's probably still on the walls at Austin, and they're monitoring it and they're tweaking it and getting it all set up. The VFD switches for wells 3, 4, and 5, they've been ordered. And when they come in, Austin's taking care of that, and they will hook that into the SCADA system. So it'll be good. We won't be using much water in the wintertime, so they can change all 3 of those wells one at a time, and it shouldn't affect the summertime usage. And by March, I think, all the SCADA system on the water side should be about installed.
I saw an email from Haas concerning a bill for Grimmer. Have you been taking care of that? All that?
Yes, their bill was reduced, because we had some concerns with some of their billing, and they reduced it by $6,000. So what they invoiced us is what the town agreed on.
Question.
Grimmer Construction had lowered the water main at the former site of Chop House.
Yeah.
And when their original quote that they gave us before they got into actually doing the work, obviously when you're doing, as you know, you encounter some things. They then came back at us with about an $8,000 increase. Our engineers looked at it, went back and forth with the construction firm on what exactly some of these cost increases were, sent back what they feel was appropriate, and Grimmer agreed, and then, like I said, knocked down about $6,000.
There's a sidebar down there. I see that Frank is leveled at the end of the town.
You can really see into the residential area now.
I remember when Dick McVeigh came in the plant, I was on the plant commission, when he came and built that restaurant. Yeah, and he kept saying during the plant commission meeting, I don't know if I should do this, I don't know if I should do this. He said, I don't know if it's gonna go or not. When he ran it, it was a good restaurant,
Yeah?
you know, and then he ran into all these other issues. Okay,
Full circle now.
there's rumors there's a hotel going up there, I don't know.
There's a lot of rumors going on.
Yeah, let's see, any new business? Any new business?
Don't believe we have any new business.
Mr. Wayne, no business, new business? Do you have anything? All right, if not, I think we pretty well covered projects too. If anybody doesn't have anything else, then we'll go to bills. All right, water utility APVs, December 21st, for a total of $354,115.39. I think we'll approve these one at a time here if there's a motion. Are there any questions?
If I could, I think that number is
Sorry, 300, yeah,
355,643 and 21 cents.
like my dad said, don't get old. Like, okay.
Yeah,
He was 100.
and they don't put commas in there.
All right, correction, 354,115.39. Motion?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to put the water APVs as presented.
I'll second that.
Okay, roll call?
Nick Burtek,
Aye.
Bill Menafopoulos,
Aye.
Ken Gabala.
All right. All right, then we have the wastewater APVs for December 28th. And that's a total of, what,
The total for the new,
I didn't bring my glasses.
the next water docket should be $21,978.45.
Okay. Any questions or a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to pay the APVs as presented. Excuse me.
I'll second that.
Okay, roll call?
Nick Burtek,
Aye.
Bill Menafopoulos,
Aye.
Ken Gabala.
Aye. All right, we approve the bills. There's nobody here for public comment. Anything else before the water district for this year? Nothing?
Have a happy,
We're good now for,
Merry
till
Christmas.
January, because we paid, approved it. All right, there's no ending month bills to pay for. That's happened a couple times.
I think
When the
everything's
clerk
set,
came up
but
with the,
you
This
never
takes
know.
care of us till January.
Yes.
Okay. All right, motion to adjourn.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Roll call?
Nick Burtek,
Aye.
Bill Menafopoulos,
Aye.
Ken Gabala.
Aye.
And thank all you guys for serving, all the time you put in, and you all guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, safe traveling, and,
Yep.
thank you.
I want to thank
Thank
the
you.
other-
All right, thank you, guys.
I want to thank the board, two board members. We got through things very well this year, and the staff, and Wayne that worked well with the town council. So, got a lot of things on the docket, so to speak, for next year. Hopefully we can get a lot of these things accomplished. So, Merry Christmas too, Happy New Year.
All right, Merry Christmas, guys.
Take care.